podcast code. Okay, so I'm back again for my last update before I finish my last course of Accutane. Um, I'm on the 5th month right now, still on 40 milligrams per day. Uh, so yeah, I think this is gonna be my last update before I finish the course, and then I think I'll continue, making updates after finishing the Accutane to see, if the acne is gonna come back or not. But we'll see then. So for the update, I just want to mention that I just got back from Vietnam about 2 weeks ago. And there are a couple of things that happened in Vietnam that was kind of interesting, so I just want to mention it to you guys. So for those of you who live in a humid, hot, tropical country, you guys would know what it is, because right now I live in Canada, which is like a very cold, dry country. So when I went back there, there was a lot of sun. So the dermatologist who prescribed me the Accutane told me that if you ever plan to travel somewhere that has a lot of sun, you have to remember to put on sunscreen. Otherwise, you will get burnt very easily. And I did remember that. However, I was always outside, and I just didn't have, I was just too lazy to put on sunscreen every time I go outside. So I kind of took the fault at that. And so my face I think it got pretty burnt. And it's not like really bad. Like, I didn't really feel it, but then when I got back inside, you could see like my face got really red, and it stayed red the whole trip over there. So the pictures weren't pretty because my face was always red. It wasn't peeling or anything. However, I did go to the beach, and I tanned for, I think, a good 3 or 4 hours there. And I didn't tan my face though. My face was covered. However, I tanned my body because you go to a tropical country, what's the point of not being tan, right? So I just bit the bullet. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna tan and see what happens. So I got really tanned, but then I think 3 or 4 days after, my skin starts peeling, like extreme peeling, like it's like snake skin peeling off, which is pretty nasty, to be honest. But then after that layer got shed off, everything was good. Didn't hurt. It was just skin that shed out, that's it. So I just want to mention that. I also I haven't been breaking out a lot, to be honest, like nothing at all. However, when I went back there, things started breaking out again. Like, I don't know if it's because of the weather. I think the air over there is kind of polluted, so there's a lot of dirt and pollutants in the air. So I don't know if that causes the acne to break out. But I start breaking out on my shoulders and on my neck, like around my jawline, and it's like cystic acne. So like when I had to pop them, and when you pop them, there's like pus coming out. So yeah, that's something to put in mind. Other than that, also, yeah, I didn't need a lot of moisturizer over there. At first, I was so used to putting on moisturizer every day, every morning, like after waking up. But then at the end of the day over there, I noticed that my face is literally a grease bucket. It's so shiny, and so then I learned, okay, maybe I don't need that much moisturizer every day. So I kind of toned out on the moisturizer. I probably put it like on my chin here, which is the area that I tend to peel the most. So I put it there, but then the rest of my face, like, I didn't put any moisturizer, and at the end of the day, I'm pretty good, because Vietnam is very humid. Like, it's very hot, very humid. So I think that plays into the role that kind of moisturizes your body as well. So yeah, so that's done for Vietnam. Now up to my skin. At this point, I think I can consider my skin clear, like on my face. I'm gonna get to my body later, but my face is pretty much clear. As you can see over here, I haven't got any acne on my face for a while. This side is pretty clear. There's nothing here. the side as well. And as you can see, what I'm dealing with right now is acne scar. I remember this one is like a huge, it was like I think 2 or 3 cystic acne combined together here at the beginning of my Accutane journey, and now the scar is still there, like the pigmentation is still there, and it's kind of annoying because everything else is pretty good, like, but you see here there's like a red mark, also here I don't know why, and there's like some red marks over there, and always I don't know why, but this side is always worse than this side. On my chin, if you remember from my first or second updates, it was pretty bad, but now I think the skin is healing pretty well. I don't see any, like, there's still a little bit of pigmentation here. I don't know if the light does it any justice, but in like daylight you can really see, like, you know, some kind of redness over here. On like my jawline, usually I tend to break out on my jawline a lot, so I'm not surprised if there's any like pigmentation. There's one here, and there's a good amount over here on this side as well. So yeah, what I'm dealing with right now is mostly just scar, like pigmentation, and hopefully I'll have the chance to deal with that. I don't know, maybe cosmetically or something, I don't know, deal with that later so it can go away, because it seems like it's gonna stay there. It's been 4 or 5 months this thing has been here, it doesn't go away, so it's pretty annoying. But yeah, that's for my face. However, for my body, I still break out on my body, like on my back, pretty smooth to be honest. However, once in a while there would be like a huge cystic pimple like on my back, which is kind of annoying. And on my shoulders as well, I tend to break out on my shoulders. I don't know if I can show you guys, but yeah, there's still a lot of scarring because of all the breakouts that I had. But yeah, that side, on this side as well. Oh my god, that's annoying. Okay, can't really see, but yeah, you can see like all the, you know, the dark spots. Those are all pigmentation that was caused from, you know, the acne for the breakout. So still have that on my neck as well. I just don't know, on my neck I still break out on my neck, like at the back of my neck there's still like not active pimples, and usually I can't pop them, I just leave them there, and I think 2 weeks later, you know, they're gonna go away. So it's just like during those 2 weeks there's gonna be like a huge mountain on my back and on my neck, which is kind of annoying, which is not you know, aesthetically pleasing. So we have that. About the side effect, to be honest, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the biggest side effect that I noticed was the mentality, the mental effect that it has on me. Before I didn't believe that, you know, this kind of medication could have any mental effect on me. However, I did notice that I think 2 or 3 months in, I start having those episodes of I would wake up in the morning, I would feel so unmotivated. I don't feel like doing anything, and I just feel sad about nothing. There's like, you know, sometimes you feel sad and you're like, okay, why am I sad? And then you sit there and you think about it, and I just can't not think of a reason why I'm sad. But I am sad, I don't know why. And it kind of makes me depressed, not to a point where, you know, very severe, but like, you know, it makes you sad to a point that you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to do anything, which to my opinion is pretty bad already. I mean, you shouldn't be feeling this way, but because of the medication, I kind of know that, okay, probably most likely is because of the Accutane I'm taking. That's why I'm feeling this way. So I kind of broke myself out of it. I told myself, you know what, just gonna get up and do stuff, and then once I start doing stuff, I'm gonna feel better. And that is true. Like, once I start getting out of the house, I start seeing my friends, I stopped thinking about like depression and everything, so it got a lot better. So you just have to tell yourself that it's like one of the side effects that is like inevitable, like you can't really avoid it, so there's nothing you can do besides, you know, fighting it, which sounds pretty cliche, but you know, you just have to tell yourself that and, you know, break yourself out of it, and it's gonna be fine. For any other side effect, I don't see anything else. No more body ache. I think I mentioned that I had like knee pain, but now I don't have that anymore. I went skiing last week. Everything was fine. So yeah. And I think that's that. I still put moisturizer on every day. If I don't, I'm gonna peel like a yeah, like I remember one time I woke up at my friend's house and I didn't have my moisturizer, and I woke up there and I was gonna take the metro to go back home. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put moisturizer when I get home, so you know, it doesn't matter. So I took the metro with him. On the metro ride, he looked at my face and he was like, you're peeling a lot. And I didn't notice, and then I looked at myself in the mirror, and literally my bottom chin here is a battlefield. It's like skin everywhere, white. It looks disgusting. So I just had to like cover it for the rest of the trip, and then I got home, you know, wash my face and put on moisturizer. So just have to keep that in mind. At this point, your skin is still very dry, so you still have to put moisturizer on every day. Yeah, so I think that's it. I have no other updates to tell you guys. As I said, I will continue making, you know, update videos even after I finish my Accutane course, just to see if the acne is gonna come back, because the last 2 times that I was on Accutane, the acne came back after probably 3 months. This time I took a higher dose, and the dermatologist told me that I'm no longer in like a, you know, in puberty like period, so my hormones are more stable now, so hopefully the acne's not gonna come back, touch on wood. But yeah, we'll see. He said that if this doesn't work, then we'll have to look into other alternatives to see which can work. Either it could be antibiotics, or we do another course of Accutane, which I don't know anymore. But yeah, he told me for antibiotics, the way to do it is like he's gonna put me on antibiotics for 3 months, and then we're out for 3 months, and then on it again for another 3 months. We're gonna continue doing that for the rest of my life, I guess, which I feel is not a good thing. You know, when you talk about antibiotics, you just don't mess with them, you know. Taking them regularly like that, I don't think it does your body any good. Because, you know, there's one thing I know for sure, that you just don't play with antibiotics, okay? So, but he's a dermatologist. I guess he knows what he's talking about, so we'll see. But yeah, that's that, and hopefully, some people have reached out to me about their acne journey as well, and they're going through their, you know, the breakout phase, the initial purge. And I just want to tell you that, just, you know, hang in there. I know it's hard. I've been through it, and it lasts, for me, it lasted 2 to 3 weeks, and those 3 weeks were really hard. You just have to continue going at it, and then I promise you, after the 3rd week, the 4th week, or even the 5th week, everything's gonna be fine. So just hang in there, and then I wish you guys luck with your journey. Bye.